Our intention today with this meditation is to experience a little bit of grounding and connection to the ancestors and the ancestral wisdom that flows through that connection, as well as connecting to the light of our soul, kind of the inspiration and creativity and innovation that flows down from the higher chakra above our head into our body and into our life to manifest. So let's close our eyes down if you're comfortable with that. If you're not, just have a soft gaze, just kind of staring off into the distance as if you're not looking at anything in particular, so that you can go a little more internally. Hands can be relaxed on the knees or in the lap. Pull your spine up tall. Glide your chin in a little bit so you're a nice straight line from the crown of the head down to the tailbone, through the spine. And let's begin to connect to our breath. Inhaling and exhaling, noticing how our breath is in this moment. As we inhale, we might relax our abdomen forward a little bit. And then as we exhale, pulling in the navel a little bit. So there's a little bit of movement with each breath with the navel center. This helps to connect us to our physical energy in the body as our navel moves in and out at the center. And if you're feeling a little bit hyperactivated in this moment, you can also begin to lengthen your exhalation. Make it a little bit longer than your inhalation. And this will begin to invoke your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest nervous system. Our breath is like the touchstone for the present moment. Brings us back into the center of our being, into our physical body. It energizes us. Every time we inhale, we're bringing prana, life force energy into our body. And then when we exhale, it's like we're releasing, relaxing, and letting go. You can kind of almost visualize your body as like a sponge that's absorbing energy, water. As you inhale, and the exhalation is almost like the sponge is being wrung out. And it's like letting go of the dross. Whatever needs to be let go of. Let's begin to feel throughout our physical body. You might do that like a scan, or you might be able to just have kind of like feel like an expansion from the core out into your limbs of your sensory system, just kind of awakening if it hasn't already. That's not your normal baseline. For others, you might need to begin at the soles of your feet and scan up your legs, through your pelvis, abdomen, heart, throat, head, down the arms, to begin to feel a sense of your body and its wholeness and fullness. And with this more expanded experience of feeling our body, let's draw our attention down to the soles of our feet and feel how our soles meet the ground in this moment. Can we feel it? Do we have a sense of that? Maybe there's a little bit of disconnection, can't quite feel it. Just noticing how it is for us in this moment. Not needing it to be different than it is, but simply restoring relationship to how it is in this moment for you. Our physical bodies are a compilation of thousands and thousands of years of our ancestors going through moments of struggle and overwhelm, digestion, evolution. And through this process, it creates wisdom. And this wisdom becomes embodied in ourselves. So it's like we can almost imagine our body or our nervous system as being a library that holds all of this wisdom. And we might not necessarily be aware of it. So this meditation is partly intention to connect to some of that resource, some of that ancestral wisdom and resource that we have, that we might not, it's almost like maybe like a present that we haven't opened yet. Today we want to open it a little bit. So let's go back down to our feet as we hold a sense of our whole body, feeling our feet touch the earth in some way, either through the floor or through the ground itself if you're outside. Let's begin to grow roots down into the earth through our feet. And again, if this is not happening naturally, just being with what is in this moment. If they are growing, following that down. Even in the being with what isn't happening in this moment is effective at restoring relationship, energetic flow, attunement, sensing and awareness. Just being with how it is. And as we allow ourselves to sink down into the earth a bit, we can also have the intention, it's almost like maybe, sinking down back through our timeline, through our lineage. And just allow ourselves to make some contact with some resourced part of our lineage. And this isn't something we have to think about or feel. We're just allowing it to be as it is. It's nothing we need to make happen. It just might be a faint sense, maybe a little deeper feeling of connection. Or it might be very obvious to you, just allowing it. Just having the sense that we're connecting into our resources, both into the resource of the physical earth and how the earth supports us and energizes us and gives us food that we eat that nourishes our body, places to live on this earth and to be a part of this earth. Our bodies are like the earth. It's made up of the same minerals that the earth is made up of. We are a part of nature. We are a part of the earth, feeling that connection. And also at the same time, connecting into the wisdom of our ancestors, the resources of our ancestors. Good. And then holding that, let's come back into our physical body, bring our energy and our awareness up through the spine. Let's go into the heart center for a moment. Let's feel a connection between our heart center and our tailbone. This is the first chakra. This also relates to the ancestors. As we inhale, we bring energy from the first chakra up to the heart center. And as we exhale, we bring the light of our heart back down through our spine, through our chakras, back down to the base of our spine, to our first chakra, to our ancestors. So it's kind of like we're drawing wisdom from our ancestors, and we're also offering a gift of the light of our soul back down to them. Just creating a connection between those two centers. And this time as we inhale, let's go up the spine, let's go through the heart center, up through the throat, up through the third eye point, up into the crown of the head. And let's just kind of hang out at the crown of the head and be receptive for a moment, feeling at the crown. At the same time as feeling your body as well, but your awareness, attention is kind of at the crown. Softening, maybe it's a feeling of kind of softening the crown of your head so it can be more receptive. And having the intention to connect with the light of your soul. We have higher chakras above the head where we can connect deeply to the light of our soul, and it's almost like this light kind of rains down into our physical body. And we can just kind of begin to have a relationship with that if we don't already. Simply by having the intention to begin to connect to the light of our soul. Meditating and breathing, feeling our physical body, feeling our emotional sensing, as well as our thoughts, just allowing them to be there at the same time as sensing the crown of our head. So we're synchronizing our feeling, our sensing of emotion, and our thought process all together so that it's kind of one coherent field. And the more coherence we have, the more ability we have to kind of download that light from our soul into this lifetime and to be planted and blossom in this lifetime. I have earlier meditations online that you can practice to develop these skills more deeply of that building of coherence within ourselves. And now let's bring our sensing from the crown of the head, and almost like we're feeling or sensing or seeing the light somehow coming down through our central nervous system, our brain, our central spinal cord. Let's bring it down into the heart center. And let's breathe here for a few moments, just letting that energy of our soul abide in our heart. Some people experience the light of the soul more in the heart center than at the crown of the head. But you might feel a bit of a radiance in your heart center, maybe some expansion. At the same time as maybe feeling that connection of light going up to the crown as well and above. Just feeling that light come down into the heart center, expanding. And let's bring this light down through the lower chakras, so through the solar plexus, the navel center, the pelvis, into the seat, into the tailbone, and then finally down through the legs into the earth. Like we're offering this light of our soul down into the earth like an offering, or almost like an invitation to allow something that's more aligned with the destiny of our soul to be birthed in this lifetime. And as we evolve, we add to that pool of resource from our ancestors. We become the resource for the next generation. And now let's draw from the center of the earth, up through the legs, up into the heart center, all of this resource from the earth and our ancestors into our heart center. And let's let it kind of commingle in our heart center with the light of our soul that's raining down through our crown. Just let these abide at the same time in your heart. And again, this isn't a thinking or doing. This is just a being and a sensing, being receptive experience. It doesn't have to be a certain way. It just is as it is. And just allowing that visual to relax, feeling a connection at the root, the base of your spine, at your heart center, and at the crown. Maybe feeling a flow of energy down through the crown, and also a flow of energy from the earth coming up at the same time, meeting in the heart center. Just allow your energy to expand out from your heart into your physical body, into the aura. And this is a really good time to share a blessing with other people in your lives. Maybe just allow that energy to penetrate out. It doesn't have to be a blessing of words. It can just be this blessing of energy, this sharing of this coherent space, this space that's imbued with the light of your soul and the nourishment of the earth. Just that we share that with somebody in our life that might benefit from it. Could be a difficult relationship. Could be somebody who is in need of some healing. Or it could be a collective that that you want to share it with, a certain part of this earth or this world. Just allowing that energy to expand out and be shared. And this time, as we inhale, allowing the energy to come from both directions into our heart, and we exhale, allowing it to come out into our aura, let's just allow it to kind of stay in our aura, consolidating all around us, within us. Let's take one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, feel free to come back on your own time. So this meditation can be practiced as much as you want, but you might want to just notice how connecting to the light of your soul affects you. You might have to go back and forth between the digestion meditation that I've posted online as well to help digest what comes up. When we connect down into the earth, if we have attachment wounding, we might start connecting into the attachment wounding, because the earth, Mother Earth, can also be kind of a stand-in for whatever wounding we might have with our own mother, so that can arise. So it might bring some fodder for the mill to work with. You might be able to just work with the 3 meditations that I've posted online to work with that. You might find that you need to meet with another person, another friend who can help you co-regulate, or even a therapist to work with that. But these are 3 different meditations that I've practiced. One was self-contact, so connecting with our physical body, our emotional landscape, and then our mental landscape. And this is just your basic skill level for attunement to yourself, and then also practicing attunement to other people, so sensing what you're sensing when you're in relationship with another person. And then we practiced a digesting of stress meditation, where we kind of grounded, and then we went into a part of the body, and we actually kind of looked at an area of tension and worked with some different ways to release that, to digest it, to process it. And now we did in this meditation, we did a little bit of grounding, and then connecting to the light of our soul as well, and planting that light into the earth so that it can really blossom and grow in this lifetime. And also connecting into the ancestors and really finding our areas of resource, which is from the ancestors, also from the physical earth. It's all embodied in our bodies in this moment, in this lifetime. And it's almost like sometimes we have to open it like a present. It's there, but we just weren't in relationship with it. So I'm hoping that this meditation series that I've done is helpful for you. Maybe I will see you in a circle of attunement at some point on your journey. Thank you.